design. I'm just popping in really quickly to show you my very first Christmas project of 2025. This is an advent calendar banner. It has 25 little handmade boxes, all decorated up with Prima from the North Pole paper collection. I've got it displayed here on my dining room buffet because it's huge and I couldn't find another place to put it. But this is something I've wanted to do for years and it is so fun. So let me just switch this around and I'll tell you a little bit about how I built the boxes. So each little box is made with 2 die-cut craft cardstock pieces. This is an amazing paper grace die from a few years ago. And I can't remember what it's called, but I'll see if I can link to it below. Then I covered the sides of each box with papers from the North Pole collection. I had the tickets, I had the ephemera, and I had the new 6x8 pad that they put out this year. And I just decorated up each side with little ephemera bits and things like that. The little die-cut gingerbread man and tag are from the same die that I used to create the little houses. This is such a fun project, and I just think it's a great way to decorate for the holidays and also to provide an advent calendar for your children or your grandchildren. But I just wanted to pop in and show this to you so you could see how very, very cute it is. As you can tell, it's huge. My buffet is over 6 feet long, so it takes up a lot of space. But how fun. You just untie the bows and then you can open up the box, and inside each box I put starlight mints, a tea bag, and some honey sticks. I just think it's the cutest little thing and I love it, and I wanted to share it with you here in case you wanted to make one too. So I just want to show you very quickly how to put one of these little charming cottage boxes together. I checked the Spellbinders site very quickly, and these are out of stock. And I checked scrapbook.com and a bunch of other, it's pretty hard to find, but if you do a Google search, you might be able to find it. You could also put out on Facebook that you're looking for it and somebody might be willing to sell it to you. It is called Charming Cottage Box, and these are all the dies that come with it. So you can actually make it look like little houses, or you can do what I'm doing and make it like a gift or an ornament. So you're going to die cut 2 pieces of your cardstock to start with, and this is just 80-pound craft, and you want to score all those. It puts score lines in for you, so you just want to crease all those score lines very well. So what could you do with these little boxes? Well, I think they'd be darling. You could make them all in white and hang them on a Christmas tree. You can put them in as a stocking stuffer. These would make a really great Secret Santa gift. You can put a little, just as it is. I put, of course, tea bags and honey crystals and starlight mints in mine. You could put Lindor truffles in if you have a friend but you could have a little basket of these made up and ready for the Christmas season. And just have a really nice, quick gift ready to roll. All right, so now that we've creased all of our score lines, you're going to have one of these little tabs over here on the left, and you're going to have one of these little tabs over here on the right. You're going to bring in your adhesive, and you can use score tape. I'm using Dries Clear. I'm just going to put adhesive. This is the easiest way I found to do it, and I made 25 of them, so I tried a few different ways, but this was the way that seemed to be the fastest to me. So your right hand tab is on the right and your left-hand tab is on the left. Line up your little box of bottom pieces and then just use your bone folder to adhere. And now you can see your little box pops right up. So that's pretty easy to do. When you're doing 25, it gets a little tedious, but you know, not bad. So the next thing I did is, while the box is flat, it's easiest to decorate it. And the front of your box is this part that has the little tab on it. So I cut out, it comes with a little die that is sized perfectly for cutting out your images. And I think this would be super cute because it's kind of a shabby chic. This is Prima Christmas Market, which is one of my favorites. You can still get this on scrapbook.com. So just glue your box sides on. And you're going to need, I did 5, so I have one to go on the bottom, just in case what I put in the bottom of the box. And one of the things I like about this is it's a great way to use up paper scraps because it's only about 2 1/4 inches. So that's nice. Let's see. This one goes on the bottom. Our little ballerina. And like I said, you could do it all just in white paper and add your doors and windows and all that. It's super cute. So now we're going to do the roof. And for the roof, you need to cut 8 pieces. And I use this pearlized white paper. You can use glitter cardstock. You could use, you know, patterned cardstock. But I start at the bottom. All right. And the easiest way to do this is just put your glue down. And then put your shingles down. And again, this is a great way to use up little scraps, which, as you know, I love. Flip it over. These would make great table favors at the holiday too. These would be so sweet. Each one with someone's name on it, it would just be darling. So that's another great idea. And I found that I could cut out 2 layers of the 65-pound cardstock with one pass through my die cutting machine, but everyone's machine is a little bit different. But that saves a lot of time too. All right. That's for the bottom. So now we're actually going to decorate our panels also, because again, it's just easier to do before you build the box. So I've got some various chipboard pieces and ephemera pieces from the paper collection, and you can go very flat, or you can take it super dimensional. It's kind of up to you. I like this one. This is special delivery. Oh, look at this darling little, we have to use that. That's too cute. So to create some layering, I'm going to take this little candy cane heart and put it right here. And then take our little gingerbread girl, and she darling, and put her right there. And you can see this goes really fast. Let's use special delivery right here because they're throwing snowballs. That's kind of funny. And for this one, let me see, what have we got? Oh, that's a little too tall. This is beautiful. And it's the perfect size. So you see, this goes really quickly. This is a fun little project because it goes really fast. Now on mine, what I did was I cut little 2 3/8 by 2-inch pieces of my white paper, and I ran it through with just the top of the little cottage to cover up this part of the house. Okay, so now you're going to fold this flap in and put adhesive just on the edge and put this flap over. And what you want to make sure is that you're lined up, like the angle here and here are the same. And then come in, well, I put it actually on these outer flaps, and I was pretty generous because I want this to stick. And the same thing when you put these flaps down. You want to make sure they meet square, because if they're wonky, you won't get a good seal. And then we're just going to put this piece down on the bottom. And you can dress these up as much or as little as you like. Come in with your bone folder and just press those flaps down. All right, so now these sides kind of flatten a little bit, and you've got them lined up, and here's your little tab, and your tab fits into the slot. Just like that. And then to finish it off, I made these little tags with our gingerbread guy, who's so cute, and these little wooden buttons. And I just pulled this through here. Tied a little knot, and of course you have to take him off to put your goodies in, but there's that. And then down here, oh, I wanted to show you, here's how you cut out the gingerbread men. So I did mine 2 at the time, and then if you have a painty pen, a white painty pen, I just kind of held them in place, and I used the die as my stencil and just put in the buttons, the little hands, and the little feet. Just like that. And then see, when this comes off, there's your little guy, and he's super cute. And then the painty pen actually wipes off quite easily on metal. So that's that aspect of it. Now, when I put mine on my wreath, I took a long piece of ribbon. I slipped my ribbon through this hole, and then I went under that ribbon with a second ribbon and tied a bow. So, up here in this corner. And you don't want to put glue or anything on this bow, because this is what you have to untie to be able to get to the little surprise that's inside. I think this would be so cute you know, like just a different little something, even if you just put a note inside every day for the advent calendar, that would be super fun. Like some sort of like decorate the tree, wrap a present, make some cookies, have a hot cocoa. Like you could have it be like a little daily activity thing. And then down here, we're going to take a little bow on Santa. Of course, you can add a charm. You can add whatever you like. But I went with ribbon instead of twine because I really liked this shabby chic feel. And then, hold on, I had some flowers. These are just older little birdie that I have in my stash. And I'm just going to pop that right there. And there you go. Like so cute, so quick and easy. Lots of different ways you can use them. Like I said, you can come back and die cut just the top part of the box to fill in your roof, which would be super cute. Or you can take more little ephemera bits and dress this up. I mean, it's up to you. It's your call. But I love this idea for a Christmas project. Sorry the die is hard to find. I just got mine not that long ago, but it was a clearance sale at Spellbinders. But like I said, look around. You could have little sequins or little sparkly beads to dress this up. It's just super cute. So that's my first little Christmas special surprise video for 2025, and hopefully I'll have time to make something else and share it with you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Kathy Clement, Kathy by Design. Go get your craft on. Bye.
Dashing through the snow with a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.